Yeah, this isn't gonna work. So for those of you that follow this channel somewhat religiously, do you remember me talking about these? And if you don't, I'm gonna put this video right here. There's a video that I posted about a month ago on my EDC system. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. This video will probably make more sense if you do. The whole premise behind it was that depending on the situation I'm in, my EDC changes. So I'm not bringing everything all the time when I'm only gonna be gone for like 15 minutes. Like if I'm gonna be gone to just go to the grocery store or go to the gas station, whatever's in my pocket is going to suffice. But if I know I'm gonna be gone for a couple of hours, then I might bring something like this and has a little bit more stuff. And if I'm gonna be gone all day, then I might bring my sling and everything is in here. And I'm not backpedaling on that system. I think the system works great, but what I found was the bags that I was using to carry that stuff, that is where it kind of fell apart, because one day I might have everything in here because I'm gonna be gone all day, and then the next day I'm only gonna be gone for like 2 hours or 3 hours, and I'm taking stuff from here and putting it back here, and I just kept moving stuff back and forth, and that is what I was trying to avoid, where I don't have to have my stuff going from one bag to the next, and before I know it, I'm like, where did I put my lighter? Where did I put my nail cutter? Where did I put this? Because it's spread out on all these different bags. I'm trying to solve that situation, and I think I figured it out. This is Nutsac. It's kind of ironic that that's the name of this company, because I am a testicular cancer survivor. They make some really awesome looking gear, and out of the blue, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should reach out. Probably nothing will happen, but I'm gonna reach out to them. And I did, and it was weird because they texted me back and said, we've actually seen your videos. We'll send you some stuff. And they sent me this, which is their new sling. And then they sent this, which is their double admin. And they sent this to me in the leather version, which I think is better because, I mean, the way this will like kind of get roughed up and patinaed over time. I mean, this thing is so nice. Smells really good too. But don't discount the material of this either, because this is waxed canvas, and I absolutely love waxed canvas. Anything that's waxed canvas or leather, just because of the way they age, is so beautiful to me. Like you see, it's already starting to get like those kind of marks, and that is the type of thing that I look for. They did also send me their commander pouch, and I haven't figured out yet what I'm gonna do with this, because I'm not one of those guys that I just want things and then I never get a chance to use them. I'll figure it out at some point, but if it doesn't fit in any of my like EDC system that I've been trying to grow, then I'll find another use for this somewhere, or I don't know, maybe we'll do a giveaway. I don't know. So the reason why this is gonna work is because the double admin is gonna carry basically everything that is an essential to me when I'm gonna be gone for a few hours. And I can just take this and go. There's even loops in the back where you can put a strap to it. I tried that, but when I did it, it felt kind of like a purse because of the way the size is. I don't know. I mean, you can tighten the straps, I guess, and just hug it to your chest so at least it won't feel so much like that. But for now, I've just been either carrying it in my hand, putting it under my arm, or resting it on the passenger seat. But all of my essentials have been going in here, and it's been great. But if I know I'm going to be gone the whole day or for a while, or we're gonna be out and shopping and I need more stuff than just what's in here, then there's already gonna be stuff in here that basically I need for those few hours, and then this just nestles into there. And now I don't have to move anything from one bag to another anymore, because the next day, if I don't need everything that's in here, take the admin out and go. And that is what I love. That is kind of what I've been going for, where it's just easy, carry this, and then take this out and go if I only need what's in here. So let me show you what I mean. So on my persons, every day never leaves me, well, obviously my wallet, and I run the Extra. I love the Extra wallet because I'm able to put an AirTag on it. There's like a slot for, you know, this any extra, like if I have hotel key cards or whatever else, or cash, that can kind of fit in this little thing here. And then obviously all the stuff is like right there. I have my keys, obviously. There's an AirTag on there as well. I now have new car keys. We're gonna talk about this in another video. But what I love is now I don't have to take out my keys to start my vehicle. Just stay tuned if you don't know what I bought yet. I also carry a pocket knife, and then I have my brass Zippo. This one doesn't snap as good because of the butane. So now we move on to the leather double admin. I've owned many bags in the past, and I don't think I've ever fallen in love with a bag the way I fell in love with this. One, because it's so simple. Two, it's made of real leather that you could see it's starting to like patina really well, and I know that one day this thing is gonna look so freaking awesome with it getting just roughed up. This is one of those that I hope to maybe one day pass down to my son, where he's carrying this around. It's like, you know, my dad owned this, and this was he carried everything in here, and so am I now. That's how much I love this. I want to be able to pass this down. And when you open this up, I mean, just like, the organization in here is really great. It's simple. There's not a lot of little things. You got like 4 big pockets, and then you have straps at the top to put things in. Everything you need in one bag, and then put it in your backpack or put it into a sling like this, and everything that I need is in here. It's always staying with me. So what goes in here, first off, my Anchor power bank, and that just goes into one of these big pockets right here. This area here is what I'm going to be considering my tech side of things. So I have that in there, and then what I end up putting as well is my AirTag for this bag, and I put it on a little carabiner like this, and that just kind of hooks in like that. And then I got a USB-C cable, and then that just tucks right in there. Although I don't really ever need this, because this thing is, you know, the MagSafe kind of thing. You just plop your phone on there, it starts to charge. But if I need it, if I need something to charge something else up, at least I have a USB-C laying around. And then on this side is what I would consider my care, like hygiene type of thing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my hank. This one is one of those hanks that have a microfiber cloth on the back so that I can you know, wipe my glasses or whatever. A lot of people will ask me, well, why don't you just keep that on your person like every day, like in your back pocket? Because I always forget it, and then I'm searching my pants like, where did I put my handkerchief? So I stopped carrying it in my back pocket because it's so like I will always forget that it's there. So instead I'm just going to put it in my double admin, so I know there's always going to be there. And then from there I take my care kit. This is a really simplified care kit because for the most part I have everything in my vehicle anyway. But in the event that I need something, like if I'm out to lunch or whatever, in here I have like a spare lighter. I always have spare lighters. I have my chapstick in here. I have some alcohol prep pads. I have band-aids, picks and flosses, and then I have a little tiny nail clipper. Ooh, I need to cut my nails again. And that will nestle right in front of my hanky. Now flipping over to the other side, then that's where I'll keep my secondary wallet. My secondary wallet is from Alpaca. I have my my health insurance card, I have my dental card, and then I have this, which is actually a card version of my passport. You can order that if you don't have one. I think it's great because if you happen to forget your passport, you at least have a card version of it. And then On this side, I have my OLight brass flashlight. I don't think OLight even makes these brass ones anymore, so definitely want to keep it. It's not super bright, but definitely enough for you to, if you're at a restaurant and it's dark and you want to be able to see the menu, this is what I would use for that. Next to that is my other lighter if my Zippo fails, because my Zippo always tends to fail. And this one is actually a cover that I got from PNC Company. They don't make this anymore either, but I love this thing. And you just put in, you know, a disposable lighter. And then on the other side, I have a spare key. And then I have a coin, and this is the St. Christopher coin that I got at a church in Arizona. And it's the St. Christopher patron saint of travel coin, because, you know, we go off-road and we travel and things, and I want something to kind of just protect me. And then I have my Big Idea Designs utility blade. This is the TPT slide, and I've mentioned this in my video before. I love this thing, but would I buy it again? Probably not, because it is pretty overpriced for a utility blade holder. But I like it because I was able to get like the topographic pattern. If I need to travel by air, I can remove the utility blade and just keep this, and then when I land at my destination, go buy a pack of them. So at least I have a knife when I'm traveling and I'm not checking in any bags. And this just slides right in one of the other big pockets like that. So far, nothing in the middle at all. And I'm not even keeping anything in the middle because I want to be able to see everything, and everything has its place. And then on this side, this is going to be like my journaling. So I would, you know, take a field book, put that in there, and then I have a pen, and I'll put that like in one of these slots here. And then for like my main flashlight, because that other flashlight is just not bright enough, I use the Arkfeld Pro. So when OLight came out with the Arkfeld, I have to admit I wasn't like wowed by it. I just remember looking at it saying that looks a lot like a vape pen or an iPod Nano. You know, I'm one of those guys who are just used to flashlights looking like your traditional flashlight. However, a friend of mine who owned one of these showed me his, and just the way it fit in his pocket was so much better. It wasn't like this bulky flashlight. It just slipped right in there, kind of like a pocket knife. And then all the features that I had on it as well made me actually want it. So there are 3 features on this light, and you toggle through them with this little lever here at the bottom. The one in the middle, that's your laser. So if you're needing a laser, then there you go. And then on the right side, that's your flashlight. To make it go brighter, you just hold down the button in the middle and you'll get all the different levels of light. And then the one on the left, that's your UV, and you have a UV light on here as well. The back has a really deep pocket clip, so you can deep carry this into your pocket and you won't even feel it. Charger is at the bottom, standard OLight charger. And then it comes in a bunch of different colors. I got the green, but looking at this now, as nice as this one is, I should have also gotten the orange. However, my wife, her favorite color is green, so I might give this to her and I'll get the orange one. And then that just goes into a little slot here in the corner, out of the way. And that is my admin. Like everything that I need for a couple of hours without taking up so much space and without having to crowd the middle. I mean, obviously you could probably put a pair of sunglasses, which I'll do sometimes, but just like this. And I can see everything. I open this thing up, I can see everything that I need, and it's not fully packed out. And when you zip this up, I mean, look at how it goes around corners. It's like so smooth. There's no like stopping. It just, yeah. But okay, if I'm gonna be gone for longer than a couple hours, let's say I'm gonna be going all day, then again, this will drop just in here, but then there will be other stuff in here as well. The Sling is awesome because it's simple. All it is, it's just a panel for Molly. That's it, like right here. There's a pocket in the front here. This was meant for you to mount other bags too, like little Molly panels if you wanted to do that and really organize. Or for me, it's just gonna drop right in here. So this little belt loop key holder thing, this is something that I made a long time ago. I used to do leather work as a hobby, and I found this the other day and I'm going, oh, I should use this again. And I put it in here inside the Sling so that it can hold my Viperade toolkit. And the toolkit I like, this is just basically holding some tools that I don't want to have to carry with me and that I don't always necessarily need. Over here I have my baton. I like this light because it is super bright. So in the event that I need another light or the Arkfeld one dies or whatever, this one I believe just produces a little bit more light output. And I lost the clip to this, so I don't want to like carry it in my pocket and lose it. So I just put it in here kind of as a backup flashlight. I also have a backup pocket knife. This is the Cricut, and I like this one because it's small and it's tiny. It's not really my main knife, but if someone does need to borrow a pocket knife, there's that. And then over here is the OLight mini screwdriver set. Yeah, it's cute. It's like really small. You open this thing up right here and there are bits all inside. You grab one of the bits, put it on here, and you have yourself a screwdriver, and that just goes right in there. And then I have my Skeletal multi-tool. This is really special to me. This is something that my wife and my son gave to me for Father's Day, and I used to carry this with me in my pocket, but many times the clip had gotten loose and it would just fall out of my pocket, and I've always been so afraid to lose this ever since, just because it means so much to me. This is a special edition Skeletal. It's all black, but it has like a topographic pattern on the blade, so I really like that one a lot. And then that just fits nicely in here. At some point I do want to get some sort of small knife sharpener that I can keep in here just in case I need to sharpen any of my knives. Oh, and there's also a pocket here in the front in case you want to drop in any little tiny things. And I also put off the grids patch on the front because I like those guys. But that just clips onto this and then just stays at the bottom of the bag. And then in this big pocket here, this fits like this Ray-Ban sunglass case and my glasses, my reading glasses case. They both just nestle in there like perfectly. And then in the Molly, this is where I put stuff that, okay, I'm not gonna need it all the time, right? But it's good to have when I'm traveling out, right? So what I will normally do is I'll keep like one more like lighter in here just for prosperity's sake. And then I'll put a car breaker tool because I will carry this with me in a rental car. And I may not have something in there. If something were to happen, I need to break a car window, I have that. And this is TSA safe, especially if you're traveling and you're in a car that someone else's car or a rental car and something, there was an accident, you need to be able to cut the seatbelt and break the glass. And these are cheap. You get them for like two of them for like $10 on Amazon. Then I have a 12-volt socket. Don't ever really need these anymore, but again, I've been in rental cars where okay, there's no USB port, it's a little bit older, or if I'm in someone else's vehicle in the back seat, I'm not like, hey, can I borrow your charger way up there? Like, I just need to have a 12-volt socket in the back and I can plug up and at least get charging. Speaking of which, that's why I bring like a USB-A to USB-C, because the other one that I already have in here is USB-C. But if I'm in a situation where I need, they only have USB-A ports, well then that's why I have this as a backup, and then that just goes in there. And then I have this, I forget the name of the company that makes this, but it's basically just like, you can wear this as a bracelet if you wanted to, but it's just a strap. You just link it up to wherever you want and it can hold stuff, tie things together. And when I'm doing content creation or whatever, sometimes I need to mount my phone or my camera somewhere, I can use this to strap it to like a limb or something. I kind of keep it at the very bottom though, because it's not something that I'm really gonna need to use, so I keep it kind of out of the way. And then obviously this goes right in here. And in the front, the Sling has a zippered pocket, and this is where I put pretty much just my quick grab type of stuff. It's not a lot. It's usually just my AirPods, because when a phone call comes in, I need to be able to reach in and grab this right away. I did put it on a string to make it easier to pull out instead of me trying to dig all the way down in there. And then I also put in my brass tin that holds my medications for the day, and that just goes in there as well. And then if I get like receipts at the store or any kind of paperwork that I need to put away, that can kind of go in here as well. These have like 4 zippers on the sides. Normally I'm used to a bag with a main open like that. When I saw the bag, I found that there was another one here and another one here, and at first I'm like, that's gonna get annoying that I have 4 zippers, until I was actually out and I had this slung over my shoulder, and if someone asked me for something and I whipped this thing around and I realized, oh, I can grab what I need without fishing down here and looking through, like trying to, you can grab what you need because of these 4 zippers. Super padded, like right here, so you feel that padding, so it doesn't, like, it's not banging up against you and it hurts. The strap is really nice. This is nice and cushy. It would also be great, I think, an improvement would be to have little kind of loops in here as well. If I want to clip things onto that would be cool. You can choose which side you want to put it on. It's just a quick, it's like one of these kind of hooks, and you can put it on one side or the other depending on how you want to sling your bag. And then the top part goes right into the middle like this. It's just a quick loop. If I know I'm going to travel out of town and I have stuff in here outside of the firearm, and I know a lot of this won't be TSA safe, then what I'll do is I'll take the admin out, bring this with me. Granted, there's nothing in here that's sharp, and then I'll put this in my checked luggage like this. It's flat, and then when I get to my destination, then, you know, drop this back in there, and then I can at least go around town and do what I need to do, and I still feel like I'm at home. I didn't have to leave anything. Everything I know that I need is already in here, and that is why this system works really well. Now this is the commander bag, and I wish there were straps like that clip, and that way I can see if this can actually fit in there also. But I honestly don't know what I would use this for. It's still great, like it's wax canvas, so it's nicer than some of the little pouches like this that you get off of Amazon. Like this is high quality stuff. I mean, you have a big pocket here, and then you have MOLLE straps in the back and on the sides if you want to put anything to that. And then when you open it, it's also really simple. Like you have this huge pocket right there. You have a pocket on the side here, and then you have 2 big stuff there that you can put things in, and then you have 2 pen holders right here, and then you have 1 big pocket there, and then like 1, 2, and 3 there with some straps as well, and then 2 big ones right there. I really like this. I don't know how I want to use it yet. I want to use this somehow just because of the organization on this is pretty killer. I don't know, this might become like my tech pouch or something. But that is the commander, and if you need something like this, that's available on Nutsac's website also. And that is my simplified, easier to carry EDC. Things are in my pocket. If I'm gone for a couple of hours, I bring this. If I'm gonna be gone all day, drop this in here and have more stuff, and I can carry this around without getting fatigued. Now you might wonder, well, what about the rest of the stuff that you talked about in your last video? Well, all that still pretty much remains the same. Like I said, I think the system works. I urge you, watch the video, because for me, it works really well, moving from something really simple and then progressively growing it depending on what you might be doing that day. I'll probably do another video on this thing. This is the bum bag from Blueridge Overland Gear. They didn't send this to me. I bought this myself. But this is my my outdoor one. Like, I don't really want to bring this out in those situations and get it dirty and stuff. This is more like my urban one, and then this is more my explore one. Knives and more of the survival tools type of stuff. We'll go over this in another video. So speaking of videos, my next couple of videos are going to be the studio review type stuff. There's some huge changes that have happened here in just the last week. It's not time to divulge that just yet, but I promise in about 3-4 weeks from now, you're gonna see something that's gonna be really cool to follow along to. But I still love doing these kind of stuff anyway. Like, I love EDC stuff, and man, I cannot be more thankful to Nutsac for sending me their bags, because I absolutely love it. And I thank OLight too for sending me the Arkfeld, because that's become one of my favorites. I will probably get another one in like a different color. All good stuff. We'll talk more in the next couple of weeks. I can't go out right now because I don't own the Jeep anymore.